Hi loves, it's Miss Shanda. How are you? And welcome to Shanda Says. You are officially entered into the pink room. Tonight's topic is all about sex, baby, because it's been a while since your girl talked about the nasty, sex, intercourse, fucking. You know what? It's so funny. And I say this is the pink room and we could talk like that. Just me saying that word, I'm so self-conscious of you guys saying, Miss Shanda, don't talk like that. But sometimes you guys know I have to spice things up. So tonight, it was interesting to bring this up because I said, you know what? A good friend of mine said something to me, and I said, I want to share with my viewers and see what you guys think. So me and her were having a conversation, and we were talking about sex and different things that we do. And I'm always questioning my friends. I'm always like, so what's going on with you? And what have you been up to lately, especially in that department? So this one particular friend of mine, she's been married like 20 years. Okay. So we're having a conversation about, the sex. And she says to me, well, what happened was I asked her about trying something new because, you've been married for 20 years. My thing to her was like, okay, how do you keep it spicy? Like, from my viewers, I want to share that because a lot of times people want to know, like, after so many years, how do I keep things new and invigorated in my sex life? So she was like, girl, I'm too scared to try anything new because if I try something new, he's going to think I'm cheating. And I was like, what? Are you serious? She was like, yeah. I was like, why would he think you're cheating? Why would you assume he thinks that? She said, I don't know. I just feel like if I try something different, he's going to think that I've been with another man. So it got me to thinking about that. Like, is this sex supposed to be so predictable that if I try something new, that you would think that I'm cheating? Now, of course, not every man would think that way. And maybe to her husband's credit, maybe she should try something new. He might really appreciate it. She's just thinking that. But, if your man has jealousy issues or is possessive, maybe that could be a problem. But in terms of having a relationship where we can't try anything new or, you know, trying to experiment and do something different, like I'm so big on that. You guys probably know that by now with me having this channel. I'm always promoting you guys keeping your sex lives in a good place because it's important. And quite honestly, you know, of course your foundation of your friendship and your relationship has to be there, but sex is a huge component, and if you're not clicking with each other sexually, that could be a problem. So part of keeping things, in a good place for you two is physically. And I say this all the time. What you do with your partner is the most any intimate thing you could do with anybody ever. Ever. And quite frankly, I'm one of those kind of women that, okay, totally transparent. In my sexual relationship with my man, I need to be able to be completely free. Free to be as nasty as I want to be. And that sounds abrupt, but that's how I am. I want to be as nasty as I want to be. So if I'm giving oral and I want to go on to your balls and then go back to your penis and then kiss you and then you go down on me and then you kiss me and then I ride your face. Whatever it is that we're doing, I don't like to have any inhibitions. I like a green light. You want to just be green light all the way through. So I think the important part of that is just being able to have a conversation. And again, I always like to do these quality control, call them quality control conversations with my man. I'd be like, babe, are you happy about this? Are you happy about that? Do you want me to change this? Do you want me to change that? And even as communicative as I am, there could still be things that I'm missing. So I just don't take my relationship for granted, especially my sexual relationship. And I just wanted to put it out there for you guys. Like, you gotta got to open up and speak and talk about the things that you want and the things that you're looking for. And sometimes it's not even just about sex. It could just be something as intimate as kissing you a certain way, kissing your hand, or, holding hands. Some of the littlest things we do for love and being in love have the greatest impact. A kiss on my forehead means everything to me. Absolutely love that. It's a very protective feeling I get, that I'm being protected and I'm being well loved. So little things like that. But in terms of sex, I wanted to ask you guys' opinion. How do you keep things spicy? What are you doing to keep your sex lives in a good place? Do you play with toys? You guys remember that toy video I did? I need to do a new video. And do you incorporate food? Do you incorporate food in your sex life? Here's something to try. Whatever fruit you love, like I love watermelon. Like I could eat watermelon all the time. I'm a black woman. Of course I love watermelon. I'm sorry, I didn't throw that in here. But I am a black woman that loves watermelon. But anyway, um, if you take some watermelon and just have your man put it on your nipples, it's cold, of course, here. But then when he puts his warm mouth on it and sucking the juice off, it's amazing. Or just leaving that wet trail down your boobies and he has to lick his way down. It's all about fun. It's all about fun and just doing something different and loving each other enough to say, let's try it, let's do it. But, I wanted to know you guys' opinion. What are you doing to keep your sex lives happy and fun and exciting? And what food have you ever used? Have you ever used food? And what food have you used? Let me tell you what food I use. Of course, the watermelon, strawberries, chocolates, the liquid chocolate, whipped cream. That whipped cream is everything. But ladies, make sure if you're putting that kind of stuff down there, make sure you clean well because you don't want to get any candida growing down there and in your baking bread. And you don't want to be baking bread. That's a whole other food you don't want down there. You don't want no yeast down there. What else have I used? But, I like feeding my man too. Like, that's crazy, but I like to feed my man his food sometimes. I find that to be sexy. Though a lot of times he don't think it's so sexy. He's just like, I'm not a baby. But I'm like, you my baby, let me do it. So I have fun with that. But email me, shandasays1@gmail.com. Are you following me on Instagram? I hope so. At Miss Shanda. And on Twitter at Shanda Says. And I am on Facebook. I am also on Snapchat under Shanda Says too. And I'm still not a Snapchat connoisseur, but I'm getting there. I love you guys, and make sure you keep in touch and let me know what you think. Oh yeah, I'm working on some really big things, guys. All I can tell you is this. If you love me, if you love the Pink Room, just keep me in your prayers and know that going pink is trying to go national. Okay? So send Miss Shanda love, okay? And prayers. 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 I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Mwah.